Hello, I'm Kayla Keith, and this is my podcast, Missing Midwest. How are ya?
Doing great. How are you?
Excited?
Yes.
I'm excited. I've been wanting to do this podcast for a really long time. So this is my husband, Jonathan.
Hello.
We've been together since we were 14 years old.
Correct.
And we're
30 now.
Yeah, please don't say that number. I'm still not okay with it. But we did. We met when we were in high school, and we've been dating ever since. Went to college, got married. We have 2 little boys.
Been married for 10 years now.
Yeah.
Decade Club.
What?
Decade Club.
That's
10
true.
years. It's a decade.
You should buy me something. We have a little boy, Truman. He's 7, going into 2nd grade.
Yep.
And we have Roman, who's 5. He's going to be going into kindergarten. They're awesome. They're super cute. I love them so much. What else about us? Do you have anything else you want to say?
From Kokomo, Indiana. Heart of the Midwest in Indiana.
I love cats. I love
Too
art.
much. I love cats too much.
I love true crime. We kind of just hang out and do our thing. We both run our own businesses.
Yep.
I'm a florist by day. I like to make flowers during the day and watch true crime documentaries at night. With you.
Yeah. I own a sports cards company, and I do a lot of stuff.
Shameless plug. Do it.
Brothers and Cards.
It's true, though. We do. We're entrepreneurs. We love it. And this podcast is something that I've been wanting to do for a really long time, years, actually. And this past year, I just decided to do it. We're just going to do it.
Let's do it.
So here we are.
I'm here.
We were lucky enough to actually, Johnny here started his own podcast about
Fantasy football.
It's fine if you don't care about it. Neither do I. But he did. He started a podcast. I'm starting a podcast. It's something we didn't really think we'd be able to do because we do have 2 small kids and jobs that we run and multiple businesses we run. But we were lucky enough. We've been able to have some friends come on and help us. We were able to get an intern to help us with the editing and stuff. And it finally seemed like it was going to be something we could do and pull off. And so here we are. We're doing it. And I'm so excited about it.
And shout out to Cross America. We're in their podcasting studio right now. They've been super helpful to us in getting us going. Like Kayla said, this podcast is part of a podcasting brand that we have started, So.Will.I.Studos. We plan on launching a couple other podcasts this year. Just something that Kayla and I when we dream, we do. And we've decided that, if we both want to have podcasts, let's do it together. And let's do it under one umbrella. And here we are. We're rolling. We're here for it.
So yours is about fantasy football, which, there's probably like a couple people that listen to it maybe. Just kidding. Mine's going to be about missing people, obviously. This is Missing Midwest. And so I decided to that's something that I've always had a passion for, like true crime. It's always been something entertaining to me. But it wasn't until after I had kids that like the missing people really like stuck with me. And I guess that's just something that comes with being a mom. But like out of all of there's so many like terrible things that can happen. I think every mom, every parent would say like, something happening to your child is one of them. Like that would be the true, just like most horrible thing. But I believe a missing child would be the absolute worst. The not having answers, not knowing where your kid is just unfathomable to me. And so anything that I can do to bring more eyes and ears to cases like that, I want to do it. And so this podcast is going to focus on missing people from the Midwest. Like I said, we're from Indiana. There's missing cases all over the world. But I thought, let's start close to home and we'll focus on cases from the Midwest. And so that's what we're going to do. There might be some cases in here where people, actually the first case I'm going to do, somebody actually does get murdered in it. But there's somebody missing as well. And there might be some episodes out there, specials that I might do about, murders or something like that. But the focus of it, I want it to be missing people. It's really cool to me that somebody knows something about every case, even if they don't know that they know it. Like your parents or your grandparents might have been somewhere and seen something and they don't even know that they saw it. So any sort of attention I can bring to that, conversations I can start, that's good for me. That's what I want to do.
A couple things that I admire about your, drive to do this podcast is about the fact that, you don't want to just come on here and tell stories. You want to create change. You want to bring attention. You want to ask new questions. You want to, inspire another look into some of these cases. And, I'm excited about what we're going to be able to do together in those regards. Let me ask you this. What first got you started on true crime?
Oh gosh, I've been into true crime for as long as I can remember, honestly. I remember watching like True Detectives, FBI Files, all of that stuff when I was little, America's Most Wanted, and then being too scared to go to bed, but so I was probably really young. But I've always just been interested in stuff like that. I don't know, CSI, I've always was like, it just was my thing. I remember in 5th grade, there was this book that he had, one of our teachers, Mr. Fletcher, he had this book in the class, and it was like an FBI, like true crime book. And I would literally just rush through my work so I could go to that book. And it had like the true, like the big cases in it. Like that was the first time I heard about like Bundy and Dahmer and like all the like, you know, like the big ones. And I used to just love to read that book. And so
When I was in 5th grade, I was trying to get the football books, not the serial killer books.
what a loser. That's no fun.
Nobody else in this that's listening right now
Yes,
was
they
getting
did.
Bundy books when you were in 5th grade.
Yes, they did. That's normal.
Let us know. I want to hear from you.
That's
people.
completely normal.
If you were looking up serial killers in 5th grade, I want to know.
I wasn't looking them up. I was just reading about them.
No, I respect it. I respect it. All right, so then let me ask you this then. What would be, I know favorite is a bad word. What true crime story is most intriguing or, you know, maybe the most interesting to you?
Oh gosh, yeah. Favorite is not something that you can use with murder. I would say definitely BTK is my favorite like story. I know it's solved, but like my favorite story would be BTK because he was just like a complete loser. Dennis Rader, man.
Nice.
Dennis Rader was just, I hated him. I mean, he was evil, like who doesn't hate him, but like just the way he did things. Like, I mean, he was a serial killer. He was a horrible person. He did unspeakable things, but just he would like leave cereal boxes because he was a serial killer. Like, come on. Are you 8?
Yeah.
Like and how he got caught. I mean, he got caught because he asked the police if I do this, can you track me? And they were like, no.
I wish we had like an Instagram reel of the room in the police station where they read the email that said, can you track this? And they all were like,
somebody's like, say no, say no, say no.
Or were they all immediately like together, like, tell them no. Or were they quiet and like, is this really that easy?
Yeah, he like left an ad in the paper.
That's what it was.
Yeah, and he asked like, can you track me if I send you a floppy disk? Remember floppy disks? He said, can you track a floppy disk? And they were like, no. And they put another article in that said no, and then he sent them a floppy disk, and they caught him within like a day.
And he was like upset that they lied. Like,
he was
bro,
mad.
You've killed a bunch of people. We're not.
He thought they were friends.
Obligated to tell you the truth about
ridiculous, unbelievable. Actually, okay, so you know, the detective that caught Dennis Rader was Kenny Landwehr, which rest in peace, he's passed away. But what's our cat's name, Johnny?
She named her cat Kenny.
Kenny the cat. Kenny cat. After my favorite detective. I mean, he put Dennis Rader behind bars. He's still behind bars to this day.
Respect.
Yeah.
But, man, I'm not.
So if you ask me how much I love true crime, my cat is named Kenny after the detective that caught BTK.
You also need to know that she loves cats like way more than the average person, and I
am a cat lady.
I like them less
than the average person.
But here we are.
We make it work. We're married.
I love being married way more than I love cats. All right. So let me ask you this then.
Wait. What's your favorite case? You got to answer.
Oh man. Again, favorite is the tough word. Most intriguing, I guess, when it comes to murder cases, and this is because I'm a football guy, so forgive me for this. But like the O.J. Simpson case, because O.J. Simpson is a terrible human being, but I'm not convinced he killed his wife, to be honest.
Yeah, when you look into that one, it's a rabbit hole. There's a lot of It definitely makes you second guess it.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do that one day just for fun.
Just for a funsy,
for like
on my birthday or something.
Your birthday, we're gonna do the OJ case and we'll talk about it. Or like football season or something.
I'm here for that.
Okay. What else?
Still a terrible person. I don't think he should not be in jail, but
is he? He's in jail, right?
No.
He's not in jail?
He was acquitted.
Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah, but I thought he got arrested.
The glove doesn't fit. You must acquit.
No, I know that, but I thought he got arrested for something else.
He's got arrested for a bunch of stuff. He's terrible.
Because he's bad.
Yeah,
okay.
But I don't know if he killed his wife. All right, so let me ask you this. If you could solve any missing persons case, what would it be?
Gosh. There's so many.
Long list.
It's a long list.
All of them is the answer.
And I've been researching them for years for this specific podcast. So I would have to say Trisha Reitler. She was from Marion, which is really close to where we live. We actually lived in Marion for a while. We went to Taylor University for college. She went to IWU.
We went to church in Marion, yeah.
I mean, you taught in Marion.
Half a mile away
from where she went missing. And she's been missing for so long, and there's so many theories around that case. And it's just, it's
heartbreaking.
Whew, it is. That one gets me. And her parents, I mean, they are still just actively looking for her. And it's just crazy to me that like somebody knows where she is and they have that answer and they haven't given it yet. And her parents, they live in Ohio and they still come back to IWU campus to visit and walk around. And there's a memorial that the school put up for her. And I think that's the one. I think if I could snap my fingers and get the answer of where somebody was, I think I know who did it, but I want to know where her body. Like I think
some closure for the family. Yeah.
Like I said, as a mom, I just can't imagine. So yeah, I think if I could pick, it'd be her.
Definitely have an episode.
What about you?
I mean, if I could solve any of them, it would be my mom's best friend went missing when she was pregnant with me. She was literally searching for her best friend while I was in her tummy.
That's crazy. Yeah, she told me she was like walking through cornfields when she was like 7 months pregnant with you.
So episode coming on that one
Kokomo.
In Kokomo.
We'll definitely do that
really
one.
Close to where we live, actually. But yeah, and the other one that comes to mind is Maura Murray. Every time we watch these documentaries and you make me listen to these crazy podcasts and stuff, the puzzle of it to me, I'm a math guy, and the timing of everything is always what intrigues me the most. And in the Maura Murray case, there was just such a small amount of time where something could have happened, and something obviously did.
Yeah.
And so like being able to connect those dots that seem like they should be able to be connected, I think about that one the most probably.
Which is terrifying.
Yeah.
As a mom, as a person, literal minutes.
Yeah, I think
and
8 minutes.
She hasn't
it was like
been
an 8
seen
minute
since.
window. Yeah.
And there's less time than that things
sure.
have happened.
In other
but
cases,
it's so scary.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's a little bit about us.
We're excited to get to know you guys as well. Make sure you follow us at Missing Midwest on Instagram.
Yeah.
We look forward to seeing your comments, seeing your questions, seeing your case suggestions.
Yeah, if anyone has any suggestions from the Midwest, let me know. I have some lined up for you guys, but I'm always looking for new ones so we can talk about those. We will see you guys next time for episode 1. Can't wait.
This podcast is a So.Will.I.Studos production. So will I.